We often associate authenticity with imperfection, like a crack in pottery or the soft hiss of an old vinyl record. But these are not natural flaws. They are cultural signals we learn to value after newer technologies erased them. Think about it. Film grain and VHS tracking errors were once technical limitations. Now they're nostalgic design choices. We romanticize what was once a problem until it becomes part of the aesthetic itself. This is where authenticity starts, not as truth, but as signal, something we read like text on a page. The human body teaches us to love flaws. We are born with them, we age into them. They mark the passage of time in ways that feel honest. But when applied to media, this logic gets distorted. A cracked screen on a smartphone is a defect. But add it to a retro aesthetic, and suddenly it's character. This paradox reveals something deeper. Our trust isn't in what feels.
Synthetic media is blurring truth faster than we can regulate it. We're already seeing deepfakes sway public opinion.
If we don't catch up, reality itself becomes negotiable.
When we see a child's doodle or an Instagram post riddled with typos, our brains don't just detect innocence, they detect authenticity. The flaws become proof of humanity in a world that has started to distrust perfection. We've learned to trust the inconsistency until it becomes its own performance. These simulated imperfections are no accident. They're designed for us to believe we're seeing something real. The more we become alert to deception, the more machines learn how to simulate trust. Deepfakes and AI generated handwriting don't just mimic. They anticipate what we're now trained to look for as signs of truth. It's not about being real anymore. It's about being convincing at a level that matches our own evolving paranoia. Authenticity has shifted from origin story to performance art. This feedback loop creates an arms race of authenticity. Each detection system spurs new generations of fakeries. What was once a mark of individuality becomes industrialized, commodified, and sold back to us as something we should value more than ever. The flaws that were meant to distinguish human work are now mass-produced, repackaged, and resold under the brand of authenticity. And we buy into it because the system designed it this way. AI. Models are trained on oceans of human-made data, images, text, audio. But they don't just copy them back to us. They reinterpret. And in that reinterpretation, The machine leaves its fingerprints 6, fingered hands, blurred faces, repeated patterns from overfit training data. These aren't bugs to be fixed. They're artifacts of a new medium. Just as film grain once marked an image as analog, AI. Errors now mark something as digital, proof of origin, and process in one. Just this week, Instagram announced a ban on creepy POV videos created by Meta's AI glasses. The platform calls it an ethical step. But what are they really trying to suppress? Not the technology itself, but its uncanny outputs. The machine's version of ourselves that feels wrong because it is. We trust real photos when they have grains. We trust real people when their expressions aren't too perfect. Now AI has errors that pass for authenticity. The more glitchy and human, like its mistakes appear, the better. The past is not a fixed point, but an interface we update again and again. Technologies like Meta glasses don't simply capture our world. They reframe it as something more intimate, more natural. Yet that intimacy comes at the cost of blurring what's real and what's curated. These devices mimic human sight to create a new standard of authenticity, one built on selective observation and algorithmic framing. Warner Media's approach to synthetic content is no different. Their AI watermarking strategies rely on introducing detectable flaws into deepfakes, not as a flaw, but as a feature that defines authenticity itself. The irony. We're now measuring truth through technical imperfections, turning artificial limitations into the markers of what feels real. This manufactured nostalgia is a loop. We learn to trust certain textures until they're reproduced perfectly, then become the new standard. Authenticity becomes software. Our memories are not preserved, but processed through an algorithmic filter that decides what should feel earned. In this process, our tools for remembering become tools for forgetting in ways we don't even notice.